to sit straight like I want it to. And of course, when you want something to do something, no, it doesn't want to work. Okay, so give me a break, people. It's just been one of those days, but it's been a really glorious day for the most part for me. So please come on in if you like to talk about crafts and what you're working on and what makes you happy. Like what kind of crafts you like to do, or if you're learning something new, or you're looking for something new to do. Um, Whatever floats your boat, it's all good. That's what I think anyway. So come on in. Um, Hold on a minute. I'm sorry, I got the burps. The burps. Hello, Scarlett, my friend. How are you doing? Oh, I got the burps like crazy. I don't know what it is. It's been since yesterday. Before I even came into the live, it started, and it hasn't gone away yet. And this is the, I have one more piece of this spearmint hard candy that seems to work better for me than anything else, like Tums or whatever. So I'm working on trying to get the burps, as I call them, because when they burp, it's like foul tasting. Ugh. It just makes you feel gross on the inside. So that's what's going on with that. How are you doing? How's your day so far, Ben? Anything you want to share with me or everybody else or whoever is here? Oh, starting to cool down tomorrow. Scarlett, where are you at, darling dear? What part of the world are you United States? And if you are, I'm in New York. So, yeah. Give me an idea about whereabouts are you at, darling. Because I personally don't remember. It's been one of those days, okay? And it started out already foul this morning. And no, it wasn't my choice. If I had it my choice, it would not have started. Oh, that's right. You're over there where in the UK, and Carl is in Ireland. Does that look like there's a nose right there? I have to look at it later. You see that? You see that mark right there? Okay. Sorry. I had a spot there. I had to, like this, but if I wipe it and whatever and lick it, whatever, it's not going to go away. It's, sun damage of sorts, and I'm trying to figure out how to get that squared away on that. But otherwise than that, have you been working on any craft projects, or are you just trying to stay cool and calm down and not so like, oh my god, I'm dying because it's so freaking hot, right? I'm just saying, didn't say it was going to be beautiful, although you can always wish for that, right? But yeah, I wanted to find out if you were working on any craft projects. Are you doing anything fun? What? Just let me know, darling. Oh, that's a good place to put that picture at. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's upside down. Oh, I hear that, baby. Because even though we're not having the scorching sun like you guys are doing over there where you're at, let me tell you what. We ain't got no AC or fan running right now. You see my little dilated, whatever you want to call it. My spaghetti type top. Big spaghetti straps, whatever. But I can't stand this heat. I do not do well in heat. That's why I love the winter. I like the fall and the winter better than. I love the summer, don't get me wrong. But when you can't go swimming in a pool, or it's too hot because and you might pass out. I'm already having other medical issues. I don't need to be passing out. Yeah, that's just. See, I grew up in Germany most of my life, so I'm used to certain conditions, more so Germany, California than New York, Four Seasons, whatever. So, yeah, I'm still trying to get myself all mitigated, whatever, but here we are. So, what did I do today? Hello, come on in. How are you doing? Let's make together a world record or record. Hello, beautiful. How are you doing? Well, I'm on the down low right now because since yesterday and I came home and I jumped right on to get online to do my afternoon delight with you guys and not be too late past 2:30 whatever. I've been having what I call the burps or I call the burbs because when you burp and it's a natural process of the body, but mine are coming up with some foul tasting nasty makes you feel gross. Okay, you get the idea. And so, I have a few pieces of this experiment candy, hard candy, which is okay for me to have. I'm not eating like a ton of it, but I'm trying to get the burbs to go away. So, the exciting thing that did happen, well, it wasn't so exciting this morning when I went to that Cracker Jacker doctor. I called them Cracker Jack the doctors when I find out one, you lied to me. Mm. Treat me like I'm stupid. Mm. Yeah, we don't play that game. No, I don't care if you had 15 years of training as a doctor. It does not matter. It comes to my body, my life. Do not lie to me about my health. Yes, hello, my beautiful Scarlet. And when I catch you in a lie, and I have physical proof of it, then you better come up with some pretty darn good explanation. And no. And then the doctor's looking at my thing and my stats and, oh, her blood sugar's high. Well, I told the nurse already my blood sugar would be high. And I told her why. It was not something I do every day. I actually left my diabetes kit at home yesterday when I went out and about. Yeah. So you have to backpedal pretty damn hard once you get your blood sugars up too high. So no, I'm not proud of myself that I forgot it, but I'm trying to do better. Then he's like, "Oh, your blood pressure's high." Well, yeah, you lied to me. Then you talk to me like I'm stupid. That's two wrongs already. So then usually I get the PA or somebody else, not the doctor himself. But I got the doctor today. Then the man got smart. So he signed into the computer with my chart there and whatever, and he starts showing me the numbers on my blood work and my UAs and all that I need to see. If I don't see them, then why am I taking this medication for? You're wasting my time. And so he showed me this and that and whatever. But then afterwards, and then I go out. I'm waiting outside patiently for my ride to show up. My Medicaid, it's called a Medicaid cab here in New York when you're on disability. So I'm waiting outside for my. I get a phone call. Don't know who it is. It says healthcare. So that could be from any Tom, Joe, Dick, and Mary in Syracuse, where I live, all right? So I'm like, okay. And I'm like, who are you? Get all the information. Okay, how can I help you? Is usually my response. And then they start explaining themselves here to find out afterwards. Somebody in that office went and put my name down for, oh, you're going to get a nursery? Or you're just getting so, oh, happy. One, you barked up the wrong tree. Two, you didn't ask. You just automatically assumed your help. Three, you're treating me like I'm stupid. That pisses me off. I'm not sugarcoating it, y'all. If you know your medical, if you know what med you take that you're allergic to or that you had bad, nasty results from, well, guess what, baby? If anything I take that gives me a bad effect or whatever, they automatically go to my, oh, I'm allergic to that. My allergy, what pills and medication I'm allergic to. You're not given to me again. And then, of course, the phlebotomist, they got to do blood work on you. And, got to give you UA. I'm like, okay. So you have the anicubule. I cannot say that word for the life of me right now. But it's in the elbow area. So she picks the right arm, in the elbow area. And I told her there is scarring there. Do not, be careful. Oh, I'll get it. I'll get it. Okay. First off, when she went in, it hurt. She didn't do what I told her to do, which is 3, 2, 1, stick, and then you stick a person. She didn't do that. Then when she did, and let me pull it back a little bit, and then maneuver it a little bit. That part didn't hurt. It's when she was going into the scarring area, and I was ready to walk right out. So finally, she realizes it's hurting me really bad. So she pulls it out, gives me a cotton ball, I put it down. Okay, all right. And then I showed her the back of my hands. You see the veins. Well, then she did the back of my hand. Not a problem. No hurt, nothing. And it got a little bit tense at the end. Then they put the cotton ball on there, and then they wrap it up. Well, you know what? Not even an hour later, my hand, not up here, not in the elbow area, my hand hurts. I'm getting cramps in my hand from my elbow to my hand to these two fingers. Why? Never had that before. Hello, Lydia, darling. Come on in. I'm just explaining how my day went so far. So, yeah, they keep barking up the wrong tree. They're just going to find out real quick. I ain't playing their game no more. I'll go see my primary first. And, of course, they want to up the medication. Well, you need, you did this thing. You know what? I told these people I gain weight in the spring and summer. I lose it fall, winter. I'm the opposite of everybody I know. Everybody else loses it in the spring and the summer. I gain it into and they gain it like fall and the winter. I do the opposite. Don't ask me why. It's just the way it's been since I was a little girl. Oh yeah, I know why. I played outside more in the winter time than I did in the summertime. I don't know. It's just what it was. I couldn't stand the heat. So, Lydia, my darling dear, how are you doing? So once my ride shows up and everything, and I get down to where I'm supposed to go, and I need to get cracking on the training that I've started. Well, let me put it to this way. I got the first one done. The reading, the questioning, all that answered today. Course 1. Hello, my Kiki Ann. How are you doing, darling? So, one of the nice things I got today from Course 1, from my mentor person, is I got myself a little booklet so I could write my notes in it to help myself with the course and the training. So, remember this picture I showed you guys I got the other day from, her name is Coffee, and no, it's not spelled Coffee. But she's from a different country, and I love her to death. She is such a sweetheart. And I wanted to let you guys know that said picture. How about this? Don't that look pretty? Doing a little bit of fun. Why are you stressed out, Lydia? Tell me what's going on. And what about you, Miss Kiki Ann? Are you doing okay? Did Lydia, what's going on? Why are you stressed? Achua! Mm-mm. It itches back here. Don't ask me why. It's the heat. Yeah. Hmm? I don't know. Oh, everything in work and then some, right? Okay, gotcha. Now I'm just trying to remember where my starting point is. Oh, you're over yonder. Well, I got up to here. I'm still working around the circle there for the bottom of my water bottle holder. Mm. I don't know if I like it or not. It's still just, I don't know. I don't like it, but I'm hoping if I go keep going, it'll work out. You know what I mean? But yeah, I want to do something more decorative to this. You know, other than putting the picture there, which I think is beautiful, by the way. Mm-hmm. Put this here, like so. And I don't know, or I don't know what I want to do with the back yet or nothing yet. But I have a couple of these. I have an orange one, which is my ideas from when I was helping with the another group doing crafts and stuff. I have one for another thing, and then I have this one for the training. Oh, okay. You're doing the hacky sack still. How many do you have now? Y'all, Miss Thing here, Miss Lydia, she's cracking loose on them dang hacky sacks that she's figured out how to make. She is so gifted. Let me tell you what. You guys want to know how something's made? Go talk, or how, whatever. Go talk to Lydia. She'll tell you. She's really smart. Oh, you're on number 12. Excellent, excellent. I knew you would be wonderful in that stuff. Okay. I'll put this stuff here. I don't need that right now. Okay, so here I got a question to ask you ladies. And maybe, I don't know, I'm weird. You guys know I'm weird. Salutations, how are you doing? I did. Well, yeah. But see, the thing is with my water bottle, honey, Kiki, let me show you. Oh, where did I put my water? Oh, there it is. Let me show you what my water bottle looks like. You see my wolfie? I don't want my wolf covered up. Everything else but the wolf can get covered up, like the bottom and the top. I want to be able to see my wolf. Okay? That's why I thought what I would do is do a bottom. I don't care if I see the legs, but cover the bottom and then cover the top where you just see my wolf, like, in a picture. So I love my wolf, and I wanted something that's not going to encase the whole thing, because, see, this is you see this? This is plastic. It has a plastic plug in there to keep it connected. I want something a little bit stronger and firmer to be carrying my water container around. And by the way, I got told today from the doctor I need to drink about 100 ounces of water. I'm like, oh, well, first off, I asked him if I should drink 144 ounces. Oh, no, 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 no. That's too much. Okay, how many ounces of water you want me to drink a day then? And then he said 100. So I'm not too sure how many ounces this bugger has. But I love my wolf. And I want to look at it and see it whenever I look at my water container. Because right here below this, which is where you take off and put in the water and the ice, whatever, there's a lip. So from the lip to right about here or so, I don't mind covering. Okay? Excuse me. And then from about, right about here and down, I want covered, but I want to see the wolf. Does that make sense? So I want to cover the bottom up and then the top up and then have it connected. I haven't figured that out yet, but it's a work in progress, okay? So that's what I'm working on right now. So, hence, here's the bottom. It almost looks like a Jewish man's head covering they wear for when they're doing their a yarmulke is called. Yes. Hello, Mashik Tika. How are you? How you doing? So there's that, right? Another idea I came up with, especially with my gray bandana, was maybe, I don't know, I haven't figured this all out yet, but if I can't make a water bottle carrier out of this, I would like to get more of these bandanas, and I want them like this, a triangular. And then I want to sew them to like a lighter material for a skirt. So you have different colorful bandanas on it. I just thought that would be cute. Ah, okay. Yes. That's what. Well, it only cost me $10 at the Dollar General, which I was surprised. You know those Stanley water bottles? They want like $30 for that. And I'm looking at them like, what? Are you stoned? Mm-mm. I'm not paying out $30 for one of them buggers. No, I'm not. Hold on a minute. I need to do something. Nope, that's just the wrong one anyway. Okay. I'll have to do it later. Okay, hang on, guys. Alright, we're back again. I'm sorry. Yeah. So, that was my idea. I don't know how I could use this. I haven't really given it a lot of thought on using a couple of bandanas to make a more structured, stronger water bottle carrier thing, because I don't know about y'all, but that bit of plastic, yeah, it'll break if I'm not careful with it. Okay? Hello, Becca. Hello, we can say hi. How you doing? Great tonight. So, that is that. But I thought about doing a skirt. And this is just me. This is me being myself. Get a light piece of material. And make sure you have plenty to go around and be a little bit, blowing in the wind. And then take a bunch of these guys, like this. Stitch them to the side. Like from the top to right about here or so. Stitch that to your skirt in different color coordinations, or you can make like a design or something. And I thought it was looking pretty and cute, but that's just me. So, and then the other day when I was downtown at the one place, oh no, it wasn't downtown. I was at my food pantry. They had curtains. So I picked up a set of these really lacy, pretty colorful, white curtains. The kind that you grow up with your mom, she had a lacy curtains for your, the front window or whatever. And I thought about taking those, depending on how big the panel is, whatever, and using that with my white material that I already have, and make myself a pretty skirt, something that's elegant, especially for church services and such. But that's the other idea I came up with that. So I don't know which way it's going to play. I know starting probably tomorrow till Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to do some reorganization and such and see what I can get accomplished. I'm not going to make myself, oh, I got to get all this done by this, and have a deadline to drive myself crazy. That's just, no, it doesn't work that way for me. I can't do that. If it's job related, it's another story. But for me and my stuff in my house, not when I have to be careful when I stand up and not falling down, falling backwards, getting another concussion, hurting my back. Yeah, we're not doing that. And then the doctors tell me I need to exercise, and I'm like, okay, what kind of exercises you want me to do? And I wasn't being rude. I was not trying to be arrogant or ignorant to him. What kind of exercises you want me to do? And I said, do you want me to do exercises for like if I am working out like when I was a cheerleader? Or do you want me to do exercises to where I could do a cartwheel and a split? Like gymnastics. What kind of exercises you want me to do? And then he's like, oh, exercises, da 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 da. And then, because I was sitting in the chair with the, those arm handles where you can put your arms down on, armrests, I showed him what happens when I try to get up out of a chair. I go to get up. Okay, I'm not even taking a step forward. And I'm falling backwards into the chair. And I was like, okay, I'll do some exercise. What kind do you want me to do? I wasn't being arrogant. I wasn't being rude. But I think I know of a content creator who does chair exercises or yoga, whatever. And yeah, we'll see what we can do there. So, anybody got any kind of decorations you're doing for the 250 celebration in the United States, if you live in the United States? Because that is our, the 4th of July is our 250-year mark. I know just Canada did their celebration for their country. And y'all, we need some prayers. And I'm talking sincere, heartfelt prayers for Venezuela and for Japan, because Venezuela had a earthquake. I think it injured or killed like 32 people, and there's more. And then and then not even like in the same day, Japan got hit by an earthquake too. So we need to get everybody in the same alignment to be praying, not just for ourselves, but in our friends and our family and whatever, but for everywhere, not just us. There's, babies and children, people like us just trying to do their everyday thing or whatever they're doing. We need to seriously put them on that prayer list, okay? And, because this is showing God's love and this is showing support. If you cannot financially do it, because a lot of us can't, I'm poor broke, okay? But we can, by our intentions and such, show support of sorts for other countries like Venezuela and Japan. Now, I did put up a poll. Yes, because Trump sent out, Trump sent that all out. He's sending out everybody who could come help recover, medical aid, the whole 9 yards. Yes, and that's really a good thing. I did put out a poll today. Like I said this morning, I would put a poll on my channel. about what time in the mornings in the summertime. It's not for any other time. If it comes like back to fall and school and whatever, we're going to be doing, depending on what kind of, if I'm working, whatever, we don't know yet. Um, what time you want morning Bible devotionals? Do you want it at 5:15 to 6:15 or 6 to 7? So let me know. It's not a big to do. If you want, are you okay with me just staying with the 5:15 to 6:15? That's fabulous. Just let me know. Go vote and let me know, because I want to take your selves in your busy lives and non-busy lives and summertime and whatever um activities, your vacations and whatever, into um account for when we do our morning Bible devotional live, okay? So, everybody, we need to come together, not because we have to, but because God draws us together, and we need to lift everybody else up. And the one person I was praying about the other day, I know his name. He didn't tell me if I could share his name, but he's from another country where the Bible is banned. Well, I need everybody, including yourself, to come, okay, and vote. So even if you don't do the morning Bible devotionals or you catch it later on, I still want to know. I want to put you guys into helping me decide what we're doing as a group, okay? I know it's my channel. Excuse me, I'm burping again. But I want to give a little bit of consideration out to y'all, all right? So, let me know. I would greatly appreciate if anybody and everybody would come together. Go check out that on my page, my community page, where I post stuff at, and answer the poll. Thank you. You guys have any type of crafts you want to do or you want to learn? I need to know those things. So maybe next Saturday. Yeah, that's in a couple days. I'm going to do maybe a 1 o'clock live on Saturday for the afternoon Delite. Or maybe we could discuss it more tomorrow. About what kind of crafts you may be interested in doing or what you're working on. I really love to know what your work in progress is things that your crafts that you're doing. Like, are you making a blanket? Lydia Darling is working on hacky sacks, which I'm rooting for her, honey. I am. Yeah. I might just have to hit up on my little sister to teach me how to do some hacky sacks. Maybe I can make some and then share it with some of my friends who have kids. Because I know when like when you're like little kids, I just, matter of fact, got my first notification that the one church I know of is having their Bible, their VBS. And that's great. I'd be willing to go help out with that. I've done that before, but I don't go to that church as a member. So, yeah. But I want to see but I'm talking about like teeny boppers. Hacky sacks are great things for teenagers. And I have a godson whose birthday is August 30th. I can maybe make him a hacky sack for his birthday or something. It's an idea. Just play along with me here, people. The only other thing is, yes, my hair is sticking out, of course, because it'd be too hard to stay where it was supposed to be. But another thing I was thinking about is we can actually start next week, if you want. We could start making a list of things we would make for others for Christmas. Start it earlier than normal, so I'm just saying, roughly between November 1st and November 1st, November 15th, we could have our homemade crocheted or craft projects done for those we want to give them to for Christmas gifts. So it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg to make something. You can make cup cozies, you can make coasters, you can make headbands, you can make all sorts of things, okay? I'm just saying is we can make a list of things that we would do for maybe Christmas gifts, like pot holders, blankets, you get the idea. For Christmas, and we could start them next week. Why? Or around the 1st of July, because you know why? It gives us more time. First off, you got to make your list. Then you got to figure out, okay, what's their favorite colors? What do you want to make for them? A blanket? Do you want to make them whatever you want to make them? Okay, you get the idea. And we could go from there. If you're crocheting, if you're knitting, if you don't know how to crochet, whatever, we can work on that too. I'm more better at crocheting than I am at knitting. I'm still learning or reteaching myself how to knit. No, I haven't picked it up in a few days, but I'll be honest with you on that one. I'm working on doing some patriotic crafts, not just for women to do. I want to find some patriotic crafts that's real easy, but for men to enjoy doing as well, and not necessarily crocheting or knitting. And the reason why is because men don't always get into the craft section, but they might have kids. They might want to do something that's manly, you know. They ain't going to want to do ribbons and bows and whatnot, have ya? Well, maybe they do. I don't know. It's just all up in the air right now. But these are ideas I'm coming up with to share or get, use our creative juices, our mind. Maybe you'll see something along the, your day or whatever, and you'll be like, ooh, I need to go, I'm just saying, it gives you something to be creative about, okay? And that would help you, me, depending on what it's for, if it's for your birthday, somebody's birthday, anniversary, or Christmas gifts, or whatever. Because Labor Day is still coming up, I think, right? Because we just got done having Memorial Day. And Labor Day comes up, I think, in September. So, you see what I'm looking at here? So, don't be afraid to come up with ideas or something you saw that looked really fantabulous, like yourselves. Or if you want to say, okay, everybody, what about this? And we could combine two different things together and make it work. I'm just saying, it's just ideas that I have popping in my head. So, anybody got any commentary to say to me, or are you just listening to me rabble on? Because right now I think there's only 3 of us in here, so that's me and 2 others. Let me know. Because I think today I want to go make some for dinner. Well, Kiki, and what did you have for dinner the other night? You never told me. Brad? Did you have, what did you have? Did you have, like, I was thinking, oh, there you are, Lydia. I was thinking because of the heat and whatever the weather, something that would be, oh, that's a shame. I'm out of those. Something that would be easy to make would be tater tots and hot dogs, or tater tots and I have some fish sticks. I'm just saying. Lydia, are you off from work still or no? Or do you have to go back to work sometime soon? You never let me know. You gotta let me know what your schedule's like so I know when to bug you. Okay? Well. Oh, yes. You know what I'm going to do on Sunday? I'm going to make my, maybe make it before. I was going to make some, okay. I gonna make some chicken baked chicken with some stuffing And my roommate loves cream salad corn, and I have a can or two of that. And that would be a couple days worth of food for us. Because I know my roommate, one. Two, he won't let it go to waste, trust me. And three, it'd be a nice meal. What do you guys think? Because he does not like celebrating holidays like the 4th of July and stuff. Oh, are ya? Well, don't quit your job you got now until you get the other job already. You know, look for a job, you get the other job, you do the, whatever's. Then, when you know you have the job and you'll be working like within the next day or two, right? Then give notice to the other employment place. That's what I'm talking about, Kiki Ann. Who wants to be over a hot sweating stove or oven in a house? The heat is like out of the water. Not me. Mm-mm. And then, of course, my microwave acting up. Well, it's not my microwave, thank God. But the microwave's been acting up. So, I was thinking about doing shake and bake chicken. Maybe I'll do that tonight. I don't know. Because the longest thing that would take, the longest part would take to cook, actually, is the chicken in the oven. Everything else, no. Not even if I did it on top of the stove with the stuffing and the cream salad corn. That doesn't take long either. Mm-mm. I can make like a nice big spread. See, that makes sense. Tuna fish sandwiches, okay? Now do you, with your tuna fish, do you put relish in there? Do you do hard-boiled eggs in there? Or is it just tuna and whatever? Everybody has their ways of doing tuna fish different. So I like to sometimes find out from others how they do their tuna. It's just something I like to learn. Well, then, how old are you? Well, Lydia, I think you're at that age where, yeah, you want me to work? You might want to think about working during the daytime hours. It just depends on what your qualifications are there, too. Because right now, the training I'm doing, I wouldn't work weekends or nights. I work daytime. I know I'm older than you, but I'm just saying. I know Miss Kiki Ann. If Miss Kiki Ann was working, let me tell you what. Nah, she would not play no sugarcoat. I work 9 to 5 or something like that. 4 or 5 hours, whatever, a day. That's what she would be doing. Yeah. So, and why do they have you working those hours anyway? Don't they have enough kids, college kids, teeny boppers, whatever, could work the nights and weekends? Or is it because you have the most experience? You know what I'm saying? Like, almost like a manager person. Well, that's the only thing that would make sense to me, especially if you're in, you're one step below being a manager or assistant manager, is why they might have you. Onions, pickled. Okay, see, that makes sense. Oh, well, like I said, I would go and find another job, get employed there first. Especially, and your first day of work is start on the day when you're off. Make sure you get it in writing that there is no, oh, Kalia, come at the last minute. No. Mm-mm. You also might think about doing some training in the meantime, like I'm doing right now, because I could get 2 jobs. Being a teacher's aide, right? Excuse me, my burpiness. I could get a teacher's job, teacher's aide job, and another one. Or I'm doing what I'm doing now, which is to train for this other job I want. Because why? I'll be there from like about 9 till maybe 4 in the afternoon, Monday through Friday. Once in a while, you have those mandatory, training things you have to do, like 2 or 3 people from the place had to do for the last 2 days, whatever. Yeah. Hello, Miss Brenda, darling. Hello, beautiful. How are you doing today? So, Lydia, if I were you, it depends on what kind of job you want to have, too. You want to go for the same job in a different place? Do you want to work certain selective hours? It depends on where you're at now, how long you've been working there. If you're working there for like a couple, 2 or 3 years, then it might be time to ask for different hours for when you're working. Like, not work on the nights and the weekends. I want to work daytime. Just an idea. Yes, Brenda Love, we're supposed to be talking about crafts, and we did. And we're talking about everyday nonsense and craziness in my life. And then we're talking about the crazy nonsense with Lydia because she's just so tired working nights and weekends. And oh, so would it be better to stay there for another year? I don't know how the um, management is about bringing you up to get. I'm doing better now that I'm home. I'm still waiting for some phone calls and answers. I haven't got them yet. Tomorrow I have to stay home because the place I've been going to for my training is closed tomorrow. One, they're short of staff. That's why I'm getting the training done now. Two, because I have to wait for medications to be delivered tomorrow after being lied to by a crackerjacker doctor. When a doctor has been caught lying to me, not backing it up with documents and testing and the results of the test and whatever to me, I call them crackerjackers. Sort of like, when you watch that movie, what was the name of that movie? Hunger Games? You get the idea. And then Lydia's just really perturbed greatly by the boss, who's being a royal brat and doesn't want to work nights and weekends all the time and get somebody else to work nights and weekends. I don't blame her. Mm-mm. Nope. It comes a time in a person's life you don't want to. Yeah, that's Lydia, Brenda. Yarn Works, that's Lydia. And then we got Kiki Ann. Who's Kilkenny? Did I miss somebody coming in? Oh. No, my daughter just puts in mayo. She whips it, cup in the mix, whips it in. Okay. Mixer, it is so good. Then she cuts up onions, pickles, and puts out some chips. Okay. Oh, don't worry, darling. That's why you just asked me. We have Kiki Ann, and she's a sweetheart and a half. You'd love her to pieces. And then we have our sweetheart, Lydia, my little sister of a sort. We have a Shatika was in here earlier. I don't know if she's still bip, 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 bip around. And then we got Bad Marsh. And then who else do we have in here today? We have Becca was in here earlier. We had Scarlett in here earlier. Excuse me and my burpiness again. Yeah, that's about it. So I gave everybody a rundown of my today. All right, Lydia love. What time are you working from? Hello, local reviewer, darling. And how are you? I hope you're doing well. Lydia, what time are you working tonight? No, I had to go see the clowns today. They're the crackerjacker doctors that like to, lie to their patients and think, oh, well, we'll never get caught. Well, they got caught by yours truly. And you're not allowed to play Russian roulette with my health and well being. Isn't that lovely? Yeah. All right, sweetheart. So that would be 5 to 8 for my time. Okay. Yeah, I'm an hour ahead of you, darling. I got you. Okay? So, 9 o'clock, I cherish church should be on. 9:30ish, somewhere there. So, afterwards or later, we can maybe chat. Okay, Lydia? Yeah, well, when a doctor lies to me and take a pill, I'm the doctor, take a pill. You know what? Yes, she will be on, what, about 9:30 tonight, Central Time, local? I know, that doesn't work for me. When I was in the hospital and they're trying to figure out what's causing my back pain, causing me not to be able to breathe because of it. They don't have an answer yet, by the way. And they did all sorts of lovely tests on me, right? Okay. Now you ready for this one? That's who told me that, I'm having this and that, whatever. That's why when I found out that the one doctor just lied to me to get me taking a stupid pill, yeah, we don't do that very well. Nope. And then I caught you at it. So you better start showing me some documentation, otherwise I'm not going to be doing this. Yes, I was given 2 CAT scans because the first one did not initially show everything to their satisfaction, hence we did another one. Okay. Then we did a VS scan. Then they did a ultrasound scan. Yeah. Other than blood work, urinalysis, what else is there? You know what I'm saying? Well, that's okay. They could give everybody else a pill. They're not doing it to this MFer, pardon the language, ladies, gentlemen. Because I wasn't born last night. I might have been born at night, but not last night. I know myself very well to a certain point. When I don't, that's when I go see what I consider the experts. When I catch an expert lying to me, it is not a good thing. And some of their stupid pills they give you for, oh, here's your pain pill. Let me give you a Percocet. No, Vicodin, oxycodone. All those lovely narcotic drug medications. I belong to what they call the 1% club. All right. Hello, Don, my darling. The 1% club is the 1% of people. A lot of those Vicodins, Percocets, and all that stuff doesn't work on them. You might get lucky and have one pill work on me. Second one won't. 9 times out of 10. So what are you going to give me for pain? Yeah, it doesn't work. The only one did work, they won't let me have. Or there's their excuse to take me off the one that does work. Thank you, Kiki Ann. You have every right to refuse a script. Especially if you know yourself that well. When it comes to your health and overall well-being, you are the leader of the team. Not the doctors, not the crackerjackers, not the nursey-worsies. You are. And if you don't advocate for yourself, you know what they're going to do? Treat you like the village idiot. Do whatever they please, and the next thing you know, you're in the hospital. Nope, ain't happening. So, I want you guys to seriously consider that to yourselves. Depending on what ages you are, you can still get to be your own advocate for your overall health. Yes. And that's what I want, especially for the younger crowd. And if you don't know how to do that, just come back and ask me, and I'll be glad to show you how to do that. Well, there you go. You know what you do, Kiki Ann? Here's a really good trick. Doctors don't want you to know. Okay, so let's just say they gave you. Yeah, alright, right? Respect is more important than being liked. I know, right? So they gave me a medication, Mobic. Well, you know, Mobic causes uh, stomach ulcers, bleeding ulcers, right? Guess what I ain't taking? Mobic. And on my list, my chart of medications that I'm allergic to, guess what's on there? Mobic. Any medication that you've had a bad reaction to, automatically you put it on your allergy. You're allergic to it, so they can never give it to you. Not even a derivative. They gave me a medication, a derivative of the one medication that I am seriously, I mean, I come out losing from the one straight medication. And guess what? I went home and they gave me the straight medication at home. And I'm noticing these blotches coming on my arms and my body. And I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't fall down. I didn't. What hell in the hell is this happening? Thanks to my daughter. Thanks for her for this is one of the rare few times I can say thank you to my daughter. I'm allergic to the medication. I break out in bruising like about that big, if not bigger. Nope. Take me off. Like I told the lady today when I was at the doctor's office, I wasn't going to take the one medication the doctor told me because he lied to me about it. And I hadn't taken my morning meds yet either. So when the doctor comes in, he automatically thought I had quit the medication. I said, no, I didn't get to do it this morning. I was running late. And I said, I'm going to go home and I'm not taking that no more. Why not? I said, somebody lied to me. And I went in and explained all of that to the doctor without batting my eyelashes, without kissing your butt, without being rude or arrogant. I'm telling you, this is how it's going to be. I am the boss of Team Temi. You are my doctor, or you are my nurse. Guess what you're going to do? They tried to put me one time in a psych ward. Oh, you have to take this medication. No, I don't. 4 times they tried to get me to take that medication. And you know what I said? Nope, I'm allergic. 4th time I told them finally, I can't take that. I'm allergic to it. And you know what they can't? You know what they couldn't do? They could no longer tell me to take that medication. Did you know that? People, you need to start getting really... Hello, Hornet darling. How are you? You have to be an advocate for yourself. You have to stand up for your rights. If you say, no, I don't want that medication, they can't give it to you. Either by mouth or by IV. And then if they do, there's a lawsuit. And a lot of doctors don't want that either. Rule of thumb, people, when you're dealing with the medical staff, anytime you refuse medications, I don't want an aspirin, I don't want Tylenol, I don't want this, I don't want this, I don't want this. You know, they wanted to give me fentanyl for my pain, for my back. You know what fentanyl does? It could cause you to have a heart attack and kill you. Amen, right? You need to get to know what your medications are, what possible side effects you could have, and get yourself one of those old-fashioned folders. Get all your medical stuff for yourself your husband, whatever, everybody gets a folder. You get a urinalysis, you get the results sent to you by the mail. If you get blood work done, you get that sent to you, printed out to you by the mail. Yes, you can request it. This way you can see, oh, your A1C is going up. Okay, especially if you're a diabetic. Or your cholesterol is going down. You're doing a great job, whatever you're doing. Be the person that you would want to be now. So tomorrow, my loves, I'm hoping to pull out a few rabbits out of my hat for yes. I want to maybe yeah. I'll pull a few rabbits out of me hat. See what I can find. Or thereof. Does that sound good for all of you? Is everybody on the same page and okie day with that? Because if you are, just say yes. All right, right. Let me tell you what. You have a choice. Do you want to live or die? Now, it's unfortunate we have to take certain medications to be able to live like a diabetic has diabetic medications. You know, the Cracker Jacker I saw this morning? Oh, we need to put you on another diabetic medication. MFer, Lord, please bless me. He is my nephrologist. He is my kidney doctor. He is not my diabetic doctor. He is not my endocrinologist. Guess what? Oh, we're going to put you back in Jardiance. No, you're not. Why not? Because the one medication, I know that, baby. I remember that. Is that going to be for, like, just let me know what days. It's okay. Just make sure you do that poll and let me know what time frame for the morning Bible devotional you want me to do it in. Whatever you feel comfortable with, ma'am. Okay? And have lots of fun and kisses and snuggles and cuddles with that baby of yours. Uh-huh. And you tell her, you know a lady who likes postcards. Oh, I collect postcards. I don't have like certain places, but oh, I would like to get my postcard collection going again, but you know, got to get people willing to do that for me, and that'd be, you know, really nice. But in the meantime, I will see what kind of rabbits I can pull out of my hat. Now, so, yeah. Go check out the poll I put on my page. It's about the morning Bible devotional time frame that would work best for you, or whatever the case may be. And there's only 2 options. And it's an hour long. I know, right? I know. It just rips out your heart, don't it? Yep, I do. I understand that very well. You tell her you gotta get all the kissing and the snuggling up for that you're gonna miss out for the summertime. The cuddles and, hey, psst, let's go get some hot cocoa. Yeah. I hope you have a blessed time with your baby. I really do. You give her hugs and kisses from me too, baby. I'll be her little auntie, okay? I love kids. I don't care whose they are. I love children. And you tell her to be mindful about where she's at, which I'm sure she will be. Tell her to have lots of fun. Tell her to, you know, come and teach us a little bit about the Philippines. Since I don't know, I know a little bit about the Philippines. Maybe she could come and share with us when she's with you one of these days about the Philippines in the afternoon chat. I don't know about you, but I like learning about other cultures, people, fun, you know, different recipes, the whole 9 yards. You get the idea. Oh, I know, you're right. Amen. So I'm nice, but you get stupid. You better go find yourself a hole to be hiding in because I ain't, no, ain't going there. Mm-mm. So anytime anybody wants to chit chat with me or whatever, I have an email address. It's on my about page on my channel. Help yourself. Email me. Just say hey from chat, whatever, so I know it's you. Say hey, this is Kiki Ann from chat, or this is Brenda from chat, or whatever the case may be, and we'll play touch tag whatever until we get better on connecting with each other. Okay. So tomorrow is Friday. I'm gonna see what rabbits I can pull out of my hat for you. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, everybody, I'm gonna let you go. It's over. Well, it's an hour and 5 minutes, but thank you all so much for coming in. Okay, love, when you can. Yeah. Now, from about 9 to like 1:30 in the afternoon, don't text me. Don't call me. I will be doing some training. My daughter actually interrupted my training today, and I was ready to snapdragon on her. Snapdragon means I'm going to lose my ever living mind and whatever else on your butt because you would, yeah, we don't want to do that. Okay? Thank you, everybody, for coming in and spending your afternoon with me. I think we're going to have some fun. You guys just gave me an idea. You don't realize it, but you did. All right, loves. Have a blessed day. I will see you tomorrow, hopefully, either in the morning Bible devotional, which is at 5:15 to 6:15 in the morning, or I will see you in the afternoon Delite with me. Okay, and I will see what I could do about pulling some rabbits out of the hat. Okay? All right, y'all, take care. Stay blessed and know that you're loved, not just by God. God loves you, Jesus Christ loves you, the Holy Spirit loves you, and so do I. Okay. I'll be praying for you. All right, y'all. Bye-bye. Local reviewer, Scarlett, all y'alls, come on in. I'll see you later, alligators. Bye-bye. Happy day.